Well, hello everyone, welcome. My name is Roland, Pastor Roland. Today I want to talk about advanced spirituality again. Why is it that people, do you know that most people don't even get to first base? They don't get to first base because there's a transition that has to occur. You see, most people are totally externalized. It's understandable. We come into the world that way. First we're of the earth, and later, and then of the spirit. Although it was the spirit that created us. Now, when you look at human beings, you will see that we are made in the image and likeness of God. And human beings were made to be creatures of love and wisdom. Love and wisdom. If you look at little children, no, they don't have wisdom, but they do have their innocence. But they have love. Admittedly, it's a childish love. It's a emotional love, but it's love. Little children have a lot of love. When you look at people when they get older, they don't have so much love anymore. Instead, what do they have? Resentment, hostility, anger, rage, judgment, condemnation. See? These are all forms of hatred. So how is it that we start off with love and in the image and likeness of God, and after 20, 30, 40 years we're full of hate? Now who is it that's full of hate? It's the devil. So we're beginning to resemble, I was going to say our master. See, the world tempts you to go the way of pride. See? With challenges, teases, they goad you and they pressure you and they seduce you to be ambitious, to be prideful. See? And so we are. Now some of us are not naturally ambitious, but we're tempted to become resentful and to hate other people who lord it over us in some way, you see? So the years go by and we become more and more hateful. Now, it says in the Bible that that which is seen is made by that which is not seen. Okay? So the beautiful, beautiful creatures that we are, with our soul and our magnificent body, which is a magnificent machine, designed by God. Okay? You see that the heart is warmth and love and energy and courage and so on, and the brain and the nerves are wisdom, understanding, see, and every organ, every part of the body has some sort of purpose and some sort of meaning. Everything should be an extension of love and wisdom. Our whole body, down to our fingertip, every move we make should be filled with love and understanding, but at least not filled with hate or things like impatience, see, hostility. So what has happened? We're gradually being reshaped and remolded in the image of the one who stands behind all of the temptations for us to become prideful, angry, hateful. See? All right. So as we begin to change, we somehow sense that we're changing, and we sense that it's not good, that we're losing our sweetness. And we compensate. See? We compensate, and we think, well, I'll just be ambitious for a little while, or I'll just resent this person for a while, or I deserve to resent, or I deserve... See, we cut corners, we do a little this, a little that, it's not quite right. We say, I want to get mine. Everybody else seems to be getting theirs, I'll get mine. And then, after that, well, then I'll be back to the way I was, but it doesn't happen that way. There's the old joke when the young lady walked into a bar, somebody says, "What's a nice person like you doing in a place like this?" And then years later, she walked into the bar, or not into a bar, she walked into a nice restaurant, and they said, "What's a person like you doing in a nice place like this?" See, everything reversed. Well, she had changed. See, all right, so we change. So you don't have to do really horrible things to change. Little things. A little resentment here, a little judgment there, a little anger here. See? All right, so we change. So we sense it, and we're ashamed. We feel anxious, which is conscience. But fortunately, God is always there calling you back. That's why He gives you intuition. He gives animals instinct. A bird knows how to be a sparrow knows how to be a sparrow. See, a dog knows how to be a dog. A deer knows how to be a deer. See? Doesn't have to go to school and learn anything. Humans, we could learn to be what we were meant to be through our intuition. See? In fact, when you were a little child, you sort of knew what a human was supposed to be like, didn't you? You knew when you were a child what a person was supposed to be like. Courageous, honorable, full of love, understanding, patience, long-suffering, wisdom, see, joy. We knew what, but we lose those things when we fall away from our Creator and then become shaped in the image of that to which we fell. So how are you going to get back? So it's a big deal. See, that's why most people never get to first base. They don't know how. Nobody shows them, like I'm showing you. If you go to my website, read my books, use my meditations, if you go to the website and use my meditations, one of my meditations, you have to use them all, use one of them, you'll be getting some tutoring in how to reverse your fall and start returning to God. See, like a salmon going upstream. And some of us, we're destined for that. God created us to come back to Him, to be children of God. We're preordained. But not everyone. We're not all alike. Just like there was Moses and Pharaoh. And God said to Pharaoh, "For this purpose I have created you, so that I could use you as an example and then destroy you." Okay? But some people, see, there's something in them. They keep looking for truth. They keep searching for something. They don't even know what, but they're searching for something good, something pure, something noble, something innocent. They keep searching, and one day they find. Okay? So anyway, so like I was saying, people don't get to first base, but I would like you to get to first base, because if you can get to first base, then after that, it's a cakewalk, because God takes over and helps you. Okay? So how do you get to first base? First of all, you have to see that you're not living properly and not try to escape from seeing that. Bear the pain. Most people, they just cannot bear to see what they have become. They can't bear it. So they escape into their marijuana, into their work, into their food, into their drugs, into their partying, into their newspaper, into their internet, into their sports. They're just endlessly escaping. And then into their dreams and their daydreams and pipe dreams. They're escaping. You can even see an old person sitting somewhere, and there's no, he doesn't have the energy anymore to go out and do things, so he escapes into what? If he's not escaping into internet gambling or going to the casino, and he sits in a chair and he escapes it in reliving the past. Escapes into the virtual world of reliving the past. See? So where we need to be is in the present. Salvation is in the present. Discovery is in the present. God is in the present. Okay? So that's what you need to do. Just come back to the present and get to first base. And first base means, first of all, willingness to see that you're not living properly and admit it. And a yearning for the truth. Okay? And a willingness to face reality, whatever it might be. Okay? And you get my meditation. A couple of my, if you got my classic meditation, it's 4 parts. Then you get the book Becoming a Friend of God. You get Conquering Stress. That's another book I wrote. And you get the pamphlet. All of those. See? And then you drag yourself into your room, close the door, and sit in a chair. Close your eyes and learn to be still and to observe your thoughts. Instead of jumping into the thought stream, stand back and observe the thought stream go by, like a river flowing by. And at the same time, become aware of your hand or your hands. You can start a little flow from within, from the source of a light in which you can observe things, the source in which you can see that you're not living properly. What is that? That's from God. That's your intuition. You sense something's not quite right, and you sense that you're not living right, and that sense is from God. It's His inner light. See? So that's proof positive. It's proof that God exists. It proves that He cares about you, and it proves that He's good, because He wants you to live right. See? So if you can drag yourself to the chair and start meditating, see, and then if you're sincere, then from that point on, God will step in. You won't know it's God. You won't even maybe know that it's God. You just know that a change has entered your life. Things are a little brighter, and you're beginning to see more clearly, and you're beginning to be able to say no to wrong things and little things like that. Okay? It's very nice. So that's what you need to do. You need to get to first base. Now some of these, I have all these books. Like here I have Experiencing God Through Prayer by Madame Jeanne Guyon. She was a very nice lady, a spiritual lady, mystical lady actually. She lived in the 1600s. She wrote this book. It has various names. She wrote it in France. It's called A Short and Easy Method of Prayer in French. But she somehow found how to be close to God, and she's trying to help you with it, see? And so also someone like Miguel Molinos. He also lived in the 16th century. He wrote a book called A Spiritual Guide. He wants to share with you how to get close to God. Solve all your problems and get close to God, okay? St. Francis de Sales. St. Francis de Sales wrote a book called The Devout Life. You can actually read it online for free. This is it in French. He wrote it in French. He found a way to be close to God. See? Not emotional, but real. See? But it's hard for them to tell you how to do it. Well, that's what I'm here to do. I'm telling you how to do it. I'm saying get the meditation, learn how to go in a room, sit and learn how to be still. And the meditation helps you to do that. You can do it in 5 minutes. Okay? You will have gotten to first base. And from that point on, God, Christ, Holy Spirit, they help you. Okay? My name is Pastor Roland.